Well, this is certainly sad news. Just 2 weeks after we released Big John Studd, he passes away from appears to be a drugs overdose. Welcome back, everybody. This is Red Illegal, and this is the AWA revival save. We're not doing very well. I've probably been saying that every episode now for the last 5 or 6 weeks at least. So let's just get on with the next one. Where are we? Let's have a look. I've put it all together. Got a big main event. Ricky Steamboat defending his championship. Let's have a look. Start off in the studio with Lee Marshall, John Tollis and Ricky Steamboat, because Ricky Steamboat is there to give out an open challenge. He wants to be a fighting champion and he wants to defend his new AWA World Heavyweight Championship belt tonight. And that's an overall rating of 31. We then got a 6-man tag. I said this actually in one of the other saves I do. I can't remember which one it was, so many now. We don't do enough 6-man tags. It gets lots of people on the card. You know, why not? So here we go. Al Snow, Dan Severn, John Nord taking on Dangerous Danny, Kevin Von Erich and Ricky Morton. Yeah, I thought, why not? Dangerous Danny, put him up in a match with Al Snow. But Dangerous Danny, every time they kind of end up in the ring together, Dangerous Danny just tags out. It's like he does not want to face Al Snow. He doesn't want to expose himself. He doesn't want Al Snow to realise who he really is. At some point in the match, it happens. At some point in the match, they do sort of fight each other, and Al Snow's like, I know this guy. I've definitely wrestled this guy before. But let's get to the result then. Subpar wrestling, but a decent reaction from the crowd. Dangerous Danny, Kevin Von Erich and Ricky Morton defeated Al Snow, Dan Severn and John Nord in 9 minutes 52 when Dangerous Danny pinned Al Snow. Yes, I didn't actually plan that. I don't usually put in who I want to lose unless it's specifically someone I'm trying to maybe bury or just I feel should get the loss rather than someone else. So yeah, the AI's given us that one. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see. We can definitely play off that. That storyline gained heat, but the overall rating was 37. Oh, and Al Snow has sustained a Bennett fracture in the match. That's a shame. I don't know what sort of injury that is. But then we move on to a promo. Well, it's an interview. John Tollis interviewing Nick Bockwinkel and King Kong Bundy. Bundy lost the title last night, of course. Was it last night? No, it would have been 2-3 nights ago. Whenever our event was, definitely before this show. But yeah, he lost the belt, and Nick Bockwinkel was just making excuses. You know, he was robbed of the title. You know, there's no way Ricky Steamboat should have beaten him. He cheated, blah, 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 blah. Of course he didn't, but they are the heels here, and they're just trying to defend the fact that King Kong Bundy has lost the belt. Overall rating of 39. Scott Hall taking on Tito Santana. Wanted to give Scott Hall a pretty decent victory here. He won in 10 minutes 5 seconds by pinfall. He did have to cheat to do it. Overall rating of 43. Yet this is just to get Scott Hall over, get him some, hopefully get some sort of pop rub from that victory against Santana. Al Snow is then backstage and he sees John Tollis, and John Tollis goes around with a microphone as you do. But Al Snow just wants to say that Dangerous Danny, I've definitely wrestled him before. There's something not right here. I think I've got a theory. I know who he is. And, he's under a mask now, but I'm going to expose him. Overall rating of 40. Ricky Steamboat in a taped hype video, just hyping Ricky Steamboat, how good he is, a bit of an action reel. Overall rating of 42. Bob Backlund and Coco Beware take on Mike Shaw and Steve Kern. A decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Bob Backlund and Coco Beware defeated Mike Shaw and Steve Kern in 7 minutes 37, when Coco Beware pinned Mike Shaw with a bird buster. During the match, we also had John Nord distract Coco, because they are in a feud. Overall rating of 46. Ken Resnick then, in a news segment, introduces promos from Rick Martel, Scott Hall, Bob Orton Jr. and Dan Severn. This was just to get a few more guys on the card, and obviously, as you can see here, the Rick Martel Scott Hall storyline started with this segment. I decided to start a storyline between these two. Why not? We want to get Scott Hall over. Rick Martel is a major star. And then Rick Martel is in action as he takes on Ken Shamrock, and it's Martel that gets the win in 5 minutes 23 by pinfall. That's a pretty decent score, 59. I'm happy with that. that's a decent score between these two. Ken Shamrock is actually, I think he's bumped up to recognisable now. He might still be unimportant. He will be going away for an MMA fight soon, so we're going to lose him. But that's not a bad little score there, 59. Bam Bam Bigelow then comes out and accepts Ricky Steamboat's challenge for the world title. He's the one who wants to take on Steamboat. He's the one who wants to reclaim. I'll say reclaim. I was going to claim the heavyweight title, but I was going to say reclaim for the heels. But of course, you wouldn't use that terminology in the early 90s. Probably still don't use it now. But yeah, he wants to claim that championship and bring it back over to the bad guys. Overall rating of 54. So the match itself takes place and we get a 48. Good heat and decent wrestling. Ricky Steamboat gets the win in 13 minutes 45 by pinfall with a dive-in crossbody. Ricky Steamboat's defence #1 of the AWA World Heavyweight title. Nothing to shout about, but yeah, we want Steamboat to be a fighting champion. I was half tempted to have him defend the belt every week. It's kind of a little bit of a cheat because I know I get half decent scores from him and have him in the main event every week, but it's probably not the way I want to go really. But yeah, 48 overall. What do we get for the show? 46. I think it's better than we've been getting, but it's still not great. Still don't have enough interesting storylines. I need to create a few, actually. We ended quite a few of them at the event. And the Rick Martel, Scott Hall one, I just sort of slid in whilst booking this show, actually. So yeah, I probably need to create a few more. Post-show emails. Dan Seven is feeling the effects of a grueling recent schedule. I'm surprised about that one. Al Snow is injured. Yes, of course he was. He was injured during his match, wasn't he? Let's see how long he's out for. I mean, this will really kind of screw up that storyline if he's out for 2 months. Oh, shall we? Medium risk. Shall we perform surgery? Medium risk. He can work angles though. No, we won't risk that. He can work angles. We're just going to have 2 months worth of angles. If we can stick someone else in his story, we'll have to think about this one. We will have to think. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess I could create a few more storylines now here with you. We do only have 3. We need 3 above 50. I mean, there's no way we're not getting anywhere near that on any of them. Well, that one's not too far, but we need 3 above 50 and we're nowhere near. I did notice last time I checked this, our backstage rating was 14%. Let's have a look. 19. Okay, slowly getting there. I mean, which will come first? 100% backstage rating or bankruptcy? Which will come first? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so that'll do. I think I'll create a couple of storylines off camera and then take you through them in the next episode. So take care of yourselves, everybody, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.